while I was on my break. How you doing, everyone? Welcome to Monday. And the plan is to work on the Tiltrotor Pack. So let's get that going. Let's change the music. That was Monster Hunter Jazz. I think it's from the in-house Capcom team. Maybe. 7. Oh, I think they were jet bikes. I think you mentioned jet bikes. Okay, so they are suggesting some stickers, which we're going to ignore. The sticker is actually like an eyeball, like a mono eye situation, which is kind of interesting, implying that this thing is piloted itself. I mean, there's a pilot to this. I don't know. 10 and 13. We do have to do this part twice. So let's just get out all the parts that we need. Oh, a wave serpent. Okay, yeah. I do remember that now. That is sweet. Let's clean up our desk a little bit. I feel like it's a wee bit messy. I'm sure it could have been much faster. Simple green, yes, thank you. Yeah, I've used that for stripping off models. And foolishly, I thought that it could do the job in a matter of, like, minutes, like half an hour tops. But looking into it more, it sounds like if you want to strip, like, minis, that is, we're talking more like a whole week to just let that stuff marinate in the simple green. And I was using that in conjunction with a sonic cleaner, and again, I thought that the sonic cleaner would somehow, like, speed up the process. But as it relates to the simple green, not really. Now, when it came to the isopropyl alcohol, I think it did help along to strip off the paint from models. Yeah, very quotable. Went all berserk, USB disconnect. Error mode, I know. Was that like a butt dial? Is your keyboard okay? That was funny. I was like, ooh, is Arch right? Or the Matrix? Yeah, we were talking about, this is kind of like the off-white, the eggshell white dolphin. I think that's how Gnarly put it. But some other folks chimed in. What's your beige sea otter? Not your white whale. Hey, thank you for that follow. Gay Cheeto Puff. Oh, I've seen you in Old Types stream. How's it going? Welcome on in. How you doing? Yes. What is your beige dolphin? Your eggshell white sea otter. Not your white whale. And I would define your white whale model kit as being a very difficult to find, expensive and large model. This was fairly difficult to find, but of course it's not very large, and it wasn't very expensive at the end of the day. So it is a beige sea otter, beige beluga. I like that. Beige beluga, ivory iguana, eggshell platypus. Gay Cheetah Puff going good. Can't find my nippers, so I bought entry grade. Oh, like entry grade nippers or an entry grade model kit? Oh yeah, you don't really need nippers for those. You can just poke them all out easily. What entry grade did you get? A kit. So what kit did you get? I'm actually quite a fan of the entry grade line. they're just really satisfying. And like, if you're into instant gratification, like, boom, money in the bank. Okay, I think I need to sand this a bit more, because I'm still seeing a bit of like a faint line of the mold line. Not a seam line, but like a mold line. Just gonna try and blast away at that. Although, at the end of the day, it's not a big deal. Manila Megalodon. Let's try that. Does anyone have something like that, though? Do you know what I mean? Just like a small kit that you've been wanting for a while. You just haven't been able to find it. Okay, so this piece goes in how? How? Gotcha. Gotcha. Roger that. Ooh, got some dust. Speaking of microplastics. Oh, you want the old undergated ones. Understand. I understand now. You are seeking the ancient ways. No, this goes here. Okay. Is this correct? I didn't want us to point this down? Oh, gotcha. I know you mentioned seeing me in another streamer's chat. Did you see me talking about that I lost the waist torso connector piece, not the polycap, to the heavy arms? I don't think I heard that. Maybe that was something that you mentioned in old type stream, but that really does suck. That sucks big time. Have you investigated how you're going to address this situation? Are you going to just whatever, just like accept your fate, or have you found somewhere to buy it separately? All right. Okay, let's get to this. Don't have money right now. Won't get into a different job. Chilling with the kits I have. Absolutely. That is the best strat. From this point on, I'm gonna chill, but those are famous last words. Like, I was initially thinking maybe I'd get those, get the, Requiem for Vengeance kits once those come out. Because, watching some folks build it, well, mostly just feel good, because he was able to pick those up. I was pretty excited to try them myself. There we go, very nice. The funny thing is, so for when I was kind of like originally conceiving of this diorama, this build, I had it in mind that one of the two grimoires would be holding a chainsaw and kind of like cutting apart some vast piece of debris. Now, and many of you were very helpful in terms of directing me towards a Gundam release chainsaw, and there was something from Iron-Blooded Orphans, which was like a giant T-Rex chainsaw, and there may have been some other things, and I don't recall, but maybe someone recommended this kit as well. But really, I totally forgot or didn't even realize that this kit that I was looking for it simply because I like the Grimoire Red Beret also had the very same thing that I needed, a chainsaw. So it was meant to be. Okay, let's get this together now. Gotta get the right orientation. Okay. A red beret. We might have to do that. I don't know. Well, the pilot, the actual pilot of the Grimoire Red Beret is a weasel? Is it a weasel? A marmoset? I don't know. So I mean, it's not too far off that that this custom Red Beret would then be piloted by a sloth in the lore. A ferret, a ferret. A big tome of spells and incantations, mayhaps. I really like that. That gun tank mage that 16 posted. That's very, very funny to me. All right. A mage. A wizard mage. Yeah, so cute, right? It doesn't even seem like it would be that hard to make yourself if you could find like an SD gun tank, which I don't even know if that exists. If you got a little clever, a little spicy with the sculpty. Well, actually, it seemed kind of hard. Now that I've been talking it out, I'm like, ugh, sculpting. Now I gotta sculpt a cape. Maybe what I want to say is, it looks challenging to make, but I can feel the enthusiasm to make it. Oh, look at this. So the chainsaw itself is quite long, right? But a lot of it is going to be obscured, as you can see. A lot of it is going to be covered up, and you're only seeing this little nubby part of the chainsaw. So that is something that I might actually go and change when it comes to like using it, actually going to use it. Maybe we'll expose much more of the chainsaw. You know, just a little chainsaw enhancement. It does. Way out of print though? Oh shit. Way out of print? Yeah, gosh. Another beige beluga. Baby beluga. Go. Nice, nice, nice. Again, we can kind of clean this up a bit more later. And we'll make it so that this will be easier to remove when the time comes. The designs from the game. Was that what? Was that a Super Nintendo game? Or Nintendo? No, I've seen like the knight, right? The Gundam knight, of course. But never the wizard. Bandai. What are you doing? Oh, it can fold out. Okay, good. Look, see? It can fold out and extend, so we don't have to do any modification, as I was threatening to do. Okay. Let's get the other piece there, which I must have cut out. small gray piece, but I am not seeing it. It's probably gonna turn up at some point, but I'll do my classic, we'll get to it later, strat, and we'll carry on. Super Nintendo or Nintendo? Super Nintendo or Sega Genesis? When I was dead broke, I couldn't picture this. Birthdays were the worst days. Now we ship champagne when we're thirsty. Famicom originally an SNES for the sequel, gotcha. The whole Le Croix. Yeah. Alright. We gotta clean that up, but we'll do that later. Time, yeah. Really burn out at 4 hours, yeah. 4 hours is... I'm getting to a point where I'm maybe a little more comfortable at the 4 hour mark, because it's happening with greater regularity that I do stream for 4 hours. But nevertheless, yes, I am pooped. I too am pooped. You know what? This is not right. This is not right. I don't know how I was asking. Oh, it's not just Three Kingdoms. Okay. Understood. Oh, right, because if there's like ninjas and stuff, right? The line before was just Three Kingdoms. Alright. Just like that. We will clean this up. Clean it up, clean it up. My bad, didn't mean exclusively that, but can think of an umbrella term for adjacent stuff. It's just like whatever they want. Dude, there's a motorcycle, isn't there? There's a one of those SD line, one of those SD model kit ranges. There's a frickin' motorcycle and a dragon. That's crazy. I don't think... So, when it comes to competitions, SD models get lumped in with everything else. So they're competing with the big boys. I think they should have a separate category, honestly. But who knows? Who knows if they'll ever do that? Or perhaps there's another competition somewhere out there over the rainbow that does that. Because it really is its own thing in terms of like the look and the style. And you know, someone can make a really amazing SD model, and yet, ah gosh, I forgot to put this on that one. And yet it'll always lose time and time again versus something that's from like the UC, just because UC has the reputation. Of course, that's just competitions. Not everything is about competition. I have to remind myself that I'm mostly talking to myself. Not everything's a fucking competition. And even when it's a competition, it's not a big deal. There's a lot of stuff regarding competition and results that I've been paying attention to as it relates to Warhammer. I don't know if you were there for that storm, but we were talking about like the Golden Demon competition and how there's a lot of talk. There's a lot of prominent YouTubers discussing the judging, and there's some that have like basically like sworn off ever competing at the Golden Demon ever again. And it's interesting because in the world of Gunpla, the local GBWC stuff in the United States has been happening too, and there's also been a lot of pushback. There's been a lot of conversation regarding the judging process because yeah, I've been tracking this story. I'm like a fucking journalist here. I've been tracking this story on Instagram because, as it turns out, a lot of oh gosh, what do they call it? It's like a preliminary event, qualifying event. They happen at a hobby store. It's called Hobbyville or something like that. There's like a chain of American hobby stores, and it sounds like there was no directive from Bandai regarding how this judging process should work. There was like an outline of and a suggestion as to how they might look out for certain things and how they might judge it, but there was no like prime directive, if you want to call it that, in terms of specifically how to manage all this. And what ended up happening is a number of these locations used a viewer's choice format, so you could effectively game the system. You could bring in your friends and family and just have them vote for you, and suddenly you're one step closer to going to Japan. And understandably, there's a lot of people that are upset at this, and maybe this will be like the thing that kicks off some change as it relates to the American competition, but who knows? %, is 3 kingdoms. 3.0 plus 1.0 kingdoms. Cow. King Arthur, dude. Is there a Monkey King SD Gundam? That would be cool. RoboCop? There's RoboCop. Hold on. Hold your horses. Oh, wait. I think I know what you're talking about. I think I know about the RoboCop. Hobbytown. Hobbyville. You know why I said Hobbyville? Because that is a Canadian business that is very similar. I'm pretty sure that that's a Canadian joint. Saw some stuff having to do with Golden Demon, going through entries, and on about people being unhappy. Yeah, I mean, it happens every year, right? There's always going to be... Someone put it this way: there's going to be one person that's really happy about the Golden Demon, and everyone else is going to be disappointed and upset, right? There's only one winner, in other words. It's all very interesting. And again, I think that for anyone that felt like they were screwed over, maybe if their voices are heard, maybe next year it'll turn out better. But also, for those that have been or felt that they've been screwed over, that could be it. Like, you know, this is... They were only ever going to do it once, and it's a done deal, and fuck it. Yeah, Millhouse and Shelbyville Millhouse, exactly. I feel like that happens... There's a handful of instances like that in Canada. It's like, yeah, we got that too. It's like we have blank blank at home, but for a whole country. The ones that won are great as expected, but yeah, a lot that fell short of that. In my opinion, was clear winners. Oh, you're saying that you're saying that it was pretty clear, like who won and who lost, and that the judging was more or less on point then. And the same thing applies to the GBWC as well. Many people have mentioned that at the end of the day, it is something that is a marketing event for the company, which makes it all the more amusing that God King Simon Lamb, there's your Simon Lamb mention for the day, Arch. Simon Lamb ended up winning because his model is not something that you can buy. Reflection just is oh, that's what it was. So cool. That's crazy though. That is really, really cool. I get it to a point, but it's supposed to be a painting contest. Yeah, it's supposed to be a painting contest, but there are painting contests that that are more truer to the original, the actual intent of this contest and what it means in this day and age. There's other things out there. A lot of it happens in Europe. I guess that's partially because like the miniature painting hobby, Games Workshop, all of that originated in England, and seemingly there's like a huge audience and a huge industry in Spain regarding like painting tools and all of that stuff. Okay, I have to look at the instructions. I was actually doing all of this without looking at the instructions, but now I need to look. As far as I'm concerned, if your model is covered in nubs, but is clearly painted better, you should win? Really? Nah, I would disagree. Because like that's what it's called, but like it kind of encompasses everything. Not just painting, but it encompasses the building process, everything. Here is the normal, standard, regular, degular Grimoire Red Beret backpack. And if you look here, there's these like kind of little things here which don't really serve a purpose normally, but it does allow the Tiltrotor Pack to connect just like this. And you can attach some of the other weaponry. I'm just going to kind of do this real quickly. I like that it's optional and they're not like, it's not necessary for the overall look of the thing. Because I'm not sure if I actually like how this looks with that weaponry attached. Oh shit, look at that. Look at this crazy Tiltrotor Pack. We're cooking, guys. This looks crazy. And why not? Let's put it on our friend right here. This is the custom backpack that I made. But we will say goodbye to this right now. And we will put this thing on. Just to see. Oh shit, look at that. I don't have the hands on them. I took off the hands. But dude, look at that. This looks so cool. Ah, damn. Well worth it. Well worth getting all of this shit. spending, I don't know, how long did I spend just roaming Google looking for this item on the storefronts, on various storefronts, everywhere from New York to California to mainland China and Thailand and Australia, only to go right back to Ontario, only to go right back to Mississauga, good old Mississauga, and they had it, just one, all along. In a bout of frustration, I just skipped all the way to the 17th page on Google search, and lo and behold, there it is. Once again, there's some stuff here that I need to kind of tweak and make it look a little cleaner, look a little better, and there's stuff here that I've customized or I'm in the middle of customizing, but holy smokes, this looks so cool. I love it. Hell yeah. This is the kind of ridiculousness that I signed up for in the world of Gunpla. Oh, damn. You know what? At some point in time, they'll probably reprint this, right? Now that I've bought it. Now they're just going to make it really easy for everyone to get. So you're welcome, but also when that time comes, I will be buying another one of these. Hell yeah. And possibly a third Grimoire? Am I that sick in the head? Am I that unwell that I'll buy a third Grimoire Red Beret? Okay, well, I think that is going to do it for me. A bit of a short stream today because I did not get much sleep.